Anthony, good afternoon. Obviously, my name's Scott Lee from Lee Local. I thought rather than give you a call this afternoon, what I've done is I've taken my time. I have spent some time doing quite a bit of research with regards to your business, the competition, and exactly the situation right now, and looking at what you want to achieve and what I can do to help you get there. So rather than call you and maybe interrupt your day, I know we scheduled for a call at 11. But I was busy, I'm afraid. I had a meeting over in Dover, which obviously went well. And since then, I've been putting this together for you, for your consideration. So I thought it'd be easier for you to take a look at it and get back to me with all your questions and how you would like to proceed. Okay, so clearly this is your website. I understand that there's a lot of work that we can do to it. And of course, any work that needs to be done, I can do. But first, I wanted to actually explain what it is that I do, because I'm not generically a website guy. That's just one spoke of the wheel. So this is my business, Lee Local. Now, what I do is I partner with businesses. I become a part of their business. And what I can do, and what I do very well, is I'm able to drive new business to my partners. My business model is everything else is irrelevant. If I'm able to drive you more customers, then that is what's most important to my partners. And then for this, I get a percentage of all new business that I generate. This is my normal business model. But of course, the skills that you require and that you're looking for are just a few feathers in my bow. Okay, so I wanted to show you just a little bit of information about how having positionings in certain area, how that actually works. And when you look at a Google search, obviously when your prospective customers are looking for antique clock repairs in Kent or London, this is how the distribution of the clicks or the attention is distributed. 25% go to adverts, approximately 27% go to what's called the map pack entries, and as of recent the map pack has changed. It used to be 7 entries, now it's just 3 entries. This is either a positive or a negative depending on whether you're one of the 3 or not. If you're one of the 3, well then congratulations, you'll obviously generate more business. If you're part number 4 to 7, then obviously you drop off and there's no way for that map pack for people to find you. These map pack listings are extremely localized. So if someone in Kent is searching for antique clock repairs, then they're going to find your Kent Sandwich based entity. But hopefully they are. Or if they're in London, then hopefully they're going to find your London based clock repair shop. What I'm in the business of doing is ensuring that my partners have one of these 3 spaces and are found and do get some of this what we call evergreen traffic. Obviously adverts you'll pay for every time, but once you're in the map pack and once you're in the organic listings, well that's solidified and that's evergreen. And obviously you don't pay every time that they have their eyes on you. Next is the organic, sort of 1 to 3. That gets around 41% of the traffic, and the rest of the percentage goes sort of below the number 3 spot. So the number 1 to 3 are extremely important, but obviously these are the most competitive and the most difficult to obtain. So now I'd like to talk about having analysed, obviously this did take me a few hours, but I've tried to summarise it very quickly for you. And these are my recommendations for what I believe would be best for your business. Remember, me wanting to build a website and charging for that, that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in building a business entity that generates you more business than your competition. How I get to that, in my eyes, is irrelevant. What I like is a happy customer who gets more customers. So remake the entire website around any sort of design that you want. This aspect of it is entirely up to you. Anything that you like the look of, I can duplicate, or we can build something from scratch. And of course, it will be extremely mobile friendly and optimized in every single way. 25 plus pages of authoritative content. It's very important to a website to have lots of content. The more content it has, then it's seen in the eyes of the internet as being what's called authoritative. So look, for example, a Wikipedia page. If you Google cottage cheese, Wikipedia/cottage cheese is going to be the number 1 thing that comes up. Why? Because they have lots of excellent content. Now, having looked at your credentials, clearly very impressive. I know your name's all over the internet for the great work that you've done, and you have lots of knowledge. Now, what we should put together is lots and lots of content. Not necessarily that it's going to get read, obviously great if it does, but what that does is it tells Google and it tells the internet as a whole that you are an authoritative force and therefore puts you higher in their rankings. So what I'm getting at is lots of great content on your website is majorly beneficial. Buy lots of reviews for social proof. I'm afraid to say that, I know you know this already on Yelp and on Google Plus and stuff. I think his name is Damien. He's been bashing you a little bit. And just from searching your name, it's like the third thing that I see straight away. What I can go and do, I know how to go out there to the marketplace and get us lots of great reviews on all of your social business directory profiles to make you look like an outstanding business in every possible way. And what this also does is these are what's partly called social signals. So having more positive reviews on something like Yelp, well, that actually positively affects your Google listings as well. On-page SEO for antique clock repairs and restoration in Kent and London. Now, this is regards to lots of technical rubbish such as H1s, H2s, having the right tags, keywords and things like this. All the little things on the page, as in on your website, that is required for you to be found for these keywords. As I know that when I spoke to you, that's what you want to be found for, and that's what we can do in every possible way. Next is off-page SEO. This is what's very, very important. So what we do is we go out and actually build not just one website as in yours, we'll go out and build 11 websites. 10 of these are what's called influence sites. Now you can wait along for someone like CNN to run an article on you about how great your clock repair shop is, and then that gives juice to you. Or we can go out there, and what I do is I pay for domains that are already very authoritative and in similar related areas to yourself, and then I create a whole website around that, a separate website, and I create content that's related to clock repair. And then I link those websites for Antique Clock Repair Kent, and then I link it to Anthony Gray Clocks. So what that does is that tells the internet that you are an extreme force for the keyword Antique Clock Repair Kent, and obviously we do the same for London. Quite an arduous and difficult process, but it's obviously it's what I do, and it's really how you get up in those rankings. So I know you want to get back to where you once were. Well, this is the sort of thing that it takes. It doesn't just take a new website; it takes a complete package. I akin the irony. I akin it to having a very nice business card, but leaving that business card in the office. So yes, I can create something very pretty, and likely you would pay me for that and you'd be very happy, but that's not what I'm interested in. I'm interested in creating something that's very good to look at, but is also going to get the most of your prospective clients' eyes on it. And that's what I do. Multiple YouTube videos. so for example, now when you Google Antique Clock Repair Kent or London, I will get a video, we can make a video for you and then put that onto the first page of that Google search. So then what you're doing is you're actually taking up more of that page one real estate, having more things on that page that have got your name and your business on them. Next, revamp and optimize all of your Google Plus accounts. You currently have 3 Google Plus accounts. One of them is redundant, and the other 2 are far away from being perfectly optimized, such as the categories, the photos, and certain other bits and bobs. These are really important because these are directly correlated to your map pack listing. So these are things that we need to take a lot of care in, and there's a lot of things I can do in the background to get more eyes on your business. Next is create a lot of things what are called citations, name, address, phone number. There are certain inconsistencies in your citations throughout my research. What I'll go do is I'll correct all of these. I look at all the competition throughout Kent and London, and anything that they've got, well, I take what they've got and then I outdo them. Social signals. This is almost like the new currency of the internet. I know you've got a great social media profiles. There's a lot going on there. You've been mentioned a lot of times. what I can go and do is I can go and create lots of these, which all adds towards creating you a real domain to be reckoned with in the industry. Then I can make you number 1 to 5 in Kent with no problem. That's guaranteed. And I also want to put you on page 1 in London, which I know you're currently not. These are 2 things that, these are absolutely vital to being found, and 2 things that I can absolutely do for you. Okay, so ultimately, how much would this cost? I've put together 3 options, and I'd like for you to have a think, and obviously you let me know what works best for you. I look forward to discussing that. Option number 1 is, as I explained, what I normally do before is I have partnerships. So what I'd be interested in doing is we set up something whereby I can actually expand your business into other geographical locations such as Sussex, Essex, Surrey, and these sort of places. Yes, I know you don't actually have a physical location there, but I'm fairly certain that a lot of your business would be people sending you the items, or you collecting items of high value and then returning it to them. Well, it's not necessarily necessary for you to have a physical location there, but we can have people in Surrey, Essex, and Sussex still find your business by creating what I call satellite locations. For example, the meeting that I had today was with a very large demolition contractor in Kent, who we're looking to add over £1 million worth of business to his business through creating these satellite locations. So it's a very profitable and very new strategy that I could discuss with you. And then how that works is you cover the costs to establish the relationship, and then I receive a percentage of all new business generated through these efforts. Option number 2 is an upfront cost and then a monthly cost. So that's an upfront cost of £1,500 for me to do the work, and then for me to keep everything running in the background, that's £400 per month. Option number 3, if you would rather just pay it off right now and be done with it, that's a one-off cost of £3,500. So again, I wanted to record this for you to look over at your leisure. You have my telephone number. I look forward to hearing back from you, and otherwise have a fantastic day. Cheers.